Yeah, happiness for the lighting. So, the lecture we are going to be treating today is all about Aje, which is known as witches in English. Awon Iyami, which is an Orisha, and Osho and wizards. I'm happy the person that asked the question is even here already. I think he has joined us on the Zoom. He's our brother from Germany, and he's a Yoruba guy. See the way people think uh, these three words, no four. Awon Iyami Aje, Ozo, Wizard. These are three, four different things that people are now mixing together. Some people will say, Awon Iyami Aje. That is very, very wrong. Awon Iyami is separate. Aje is another entity too. So you cannot combine two things together and think you are going to get the accurate answer. Awon Iyami, they are an Orisha, which was started by Odukor. Aje, which is witches. These are society of females. That is in English. But in Yoruba, we have male that are witches too. So the concept is not about words and opposite, like the Western world have the witches and the wizard. So according to the dictionary definition of witches, they are group of female that possesses spiritual power and some other things, energy, forces, and anything. And the opposite of it is the wizard, group of males. But when we talk about Awon Iyami, the Anurisha, this is the root, the source, the power that people tap into. So Awon Iyami now, they are the Orisha. So from the Awon Iyami, the witches tap. From Awon Iyami, the so-called Oshun as Abiyamo, the mother of the universe, tap that energy, the power to be the Abiyamo. The power, the energy to give children comes from which it was even recorded by our late father, Dr. S.M. Apoya, that he had a vision. You get it? This is an astral projection that says Oshun led Awon Iyami, which means Oshun is the Yalodi. That is it. So in Yoruba, we have the witches that may are part of the witches. Some people call them Olobe in Yoruba movies. I will not totally condemn it because I'm not part of the witches, so I don't know how they operate. I don't know what they do. But based on esoteric knowledge, and with what I've heard, although I may have seen the person, but I was young then, so I could not have the effrontery or the right to ask the man some questions. But based on what people said about the man is late now. And people know him very well in Ile-Ife. When you ask about this man, just mention his name, say Uduawu Awojebi. Then people will tell you much about him. And you're about to say Erima Gemini, so that is a proof. The recent Asheda of Okitase. So you can ask about him, about this man for him, for their family. I think this man is like a brother to his mom. So this man is like his uncle. Okay. Should we start all over again or we should continue where we stop? Hello, Ashanti?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, should we start where we stop or we should continue? Or should we start all over again or we should continue where we stop?
I think just continue.
Okay, good. So then this man, people know him to be a witch, and he always says he's a witch. He goes, I'm talking about Oluwawo Awojebi for those that are just joining us. And he always go around every Babalawo's house to collect anything that belongs to Oyami. But believe that he has the right. And things that we've seen, that if you ask any member of Ifa Yoruba Kabbalah Temple that have joined as of 1987, for when Baba started Kabbalah then, so it was like the combination of great people. So people that are so powerful came together. So when Baba realized things that I wanted to change, he will not be able to change because these people already have the old ideas of practicing. So there is a way you pray that these people left. You have some great pastors that they are into that they can control, they conjure, like like the late manager. Don't let me say our manager. The man is called manager. You get it? He's one strong member of CNS Church. He's so expert in using the six and seven book of Moses. I've seen him once writing those things like it's short time. You see, when if you know short time in school, how they mark it and everything, then you get it. Maybe they burn it, they use the arches and everything. I've seen him doing it before. And he do teach people. So nowadays, when although that's not where we are going, I just decided to deviate a little bit. But nowadays, when I see people talking about the six and seven book of Moses, and some people say that is fake, that is original, that there is a male, that is female, that is key, that why are people just saying this shit? Some people feel like that when you want to use the six and seven, you kill a white pigeon. Some say these are lies. I've seen it before, but although I do not understand it. Just like a normal book, just a black cover, the one I see. Do you get it? Well, that's not what I want to say. So we have so many people like so. This man goes around, and there's one thing people know him for in our temple. When he raised the bottle of a drink, the drink that you never open, that I still see says Ojiji Lajeombe. I gave it to the witches, and there's going to drop that gin empty, the bottle empty. People know him for that. He will say the other witches will take that gin. He will raise it up and mention the name, and he's going to drop the bottle empty, which people know him for. If he does not mention that name, nothing will happen to the gin. So anytime I want to feed anything, maybe you want to appease or want to do a ball, he does not even bother to put gin on any of the materials. I'll take a gin to play for you. Just raise it up, say Ojiji Lajeombe. The witches does not even need you. They only need your shadow and attack. That is the name. That which means in the real sense, the witch does not need your name. If a witches want to attack you, they ask for your name. No. So let's go into the main topic. So now, witches and Aje. Aje is not the Yoruba of witches, and witches is not the English translation of Aje. Me are looking at it because what I'm trying to say is that in the dictionary, it says witches are group of female. For the fact that in Yoruba here, that we say we have male, and even the Yoruba movies, you can see some of them saying there's a male, Olobe, that there will be one male among them, which is the Olobe, that will be the one to kill the goat. The goat here is human being. You see human being as a goat. So they can call it Eron, that they are meat. You get it, they are meat. So which means the English of Aje is not witch or witches, and the Yoruba of witches are not Aje. And same to Osho. In Yoruba, Osho is more powerful than the witches. Osho are a group of males, you get it, that deals with the witches. They are like, and in Yoruba, the Osho can do good and bad, just like the witches. No, in the dictionary, the witches can do good or bad. And in the Yoruba, the witches can do good or bad. The Aje, the Yoruba concept, can do good or bad. And the Osho in Yoruba, they are like antidotes to the Aje. I don't want to say no, not to the witches, to the Aje. The Osho is the opposite of Aje. The Osho will always deal with Aje. What the Aje cannot do, the Osho will do. So the Osho can do good and bad too. Even the attack of Osho is more than the Aje. But Osho and Yoruba are a group of males, no doubt. There is no female being regarded as Osho Yoruba. And some claim that the male in Aje is considered to be Osho. Some will say it's Olobe. But with this man, Awojebi, Oluawo Awojebi, if anybody knows him in Ile-Ife, he is the uncle of the recent Asheda. He's the uncle of the recent Asheda. So he claimed to be a witch, although he died a miserable death. He was even claiming that can see, so we don't need that aspect. Does not concern him. We are talking about his power. And I know of a lady, when my father started in Apatia Society, the woman's name is Billy. People know her. She got married to so many people, especially pastors. Do you get it? This lady does not have any child. I don't know, maybe after she has left, maybe she has able to reproduce, maybe she has able to give back. But when I knew her, she was barren. And she claimed to be a witch, which she normally crafts people into witches. No, to Aje, don't let me say witch. Because you say, with this lecture, I've said Aje is different from witches. Quote me anyhow, anywhere. Quote me anywhere. I've said Aje is different from witches because in witches, they are a group of female. But Aje, even in the Yoruba movie, you see them with a male that they call Olobe. See any Yoruba movie that talks about Aje, that they shoot about Aje, you see me there. They can call it Olobe. They may even be more than one. Some will even be the one to drum for them in the Yoruba movie. But I did not say the Yoruba movie are right with what they are doing. No, they are not right about it. And they may be right. I'm not a member of Aje. You get it? But with an example, with a man that I've heard about, that I've seen that normally claim Aje, and he does things that no other people can do. And he goes around to any Babalawo's house and say, you want to perform it, but don't worry, bring the money. Okay, you have charged someone of don't worry, bring the money. You have charged someone of this, don't worry, bring the money. You get, and the prayer will be accepted and the request will be accepted. So then, anytime he raises his bottle and says Ojiji Lajeon, which is no, the Aje. So I've said Aje is different from the witches. So that the Aje only need your shadow to attack you. So with that bottle, they don't want to know the gene. They are not there. But once they can identify that he's the one holding the gene, that they will accept it. They get it. So when they now come to Osho, I'm just defining Osho. Osho are a group of male. So there is that is in Yoruba. The highest level of power is Osho, Yoruba. So let's quickly go to, because of this network issue, I want people to understand what we are talking about. We are still giving the definition. We have not even gone to the in-depth aspect of it. So now, we have explained Osho. Let's explain wizard. According to the dictionary, wizard are a group of people that do good alone. They possess the highest power too, but they only use it for the well-being of the people. They don't do evil. They are only known for positive things. When we check the dictionary, that's wizard. Wizards are the opposite of witches in the dictionary. Witches are known for good and bad, but wizards are only known. No, mo sọ pé kò bá ti lè sọ àwọn. Ọ̀nà mo ti sọ pé ọ̀nà mo sọ pé ẹ máa gbọ́. No, so ní Yorùbá náà mo sọ pé witches. Ẹ máa gbọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́. Mo ti fọkàn bá mo sọ pé witches àtàjẹ́. Witches ò ṣó òyìnbó àjẹ́ ní Yorùbá. Ọkùnrin wà tó ń jàjẹ́. Wizard ò ń ṣoṣó sẹ́ẹ̀. Wizard ò ní oṣó òlóyìnbó, àjẹ́ òlóyìnbó. The English of Aje, we do not have English for Aje. Witches and wizard is for the English. Okay. In Yoruba, we have Aje. Aje, which is according to the Bible dictionary, say they are a group of female. That is what the Bible, the dictionary for them. According to the dictionary, witches are a group of female. But in Yoruba land, we have male among the Aje, which means it is wrong. Aje cannot be witches. Do you get what I'm talking about? Witches definition means group of females. Do you get it? But in Yoruba, Aje, you have male among Aje, which means that is wrong. I'm trying to explain to other members there. So also in Yoruba, also they are even like they can do good and bad in Yoruba, but they are males. There is no female, so they are male. But in the dictionary, wizards are male that do good only. So which means Osho, the English of Osho cannot be wizard. That's what we are saying now. The English of Osho can. So that means Osho does not have English. And Aje does not have English. That is what we are saying. Because Osho in Yoruba, they are even words that they are like antidotes for the witches. They're like a poison to the witches. Well, what they do is to deal with the witches. Not that they do good though. They do good and bad. That is Osho. But according to the dictionary, if you check the dictionary, check about wizard. Witches are a group of men that do good only. Check the dictionary. That's what is recorded about wizard. So that means the English of Osho is not wizard. And the English of Aje is not witches. If you can find male among the witches, Aje, so it cannot be witches. So that's what we are saying is that the wizard is not Osho in Yoruba, and the witches are not Aje. So that's number one. And two, we should not forget that witches is a religion. It is of recent that this religion went in existence, witches goes beyond Yoruba land. For the light, witches goes beyond Yoruba land. We have witches council. Even here in Nigeria, we have them. We have witches council in Edo State. So witches in the olden days, they are really popular. They are called the seer. You train and you can be crafted into witches. That's why they say witchcraft. You know what? You know the definition of crafting. That one back, you know something that you form an image for, or you form something meaningful form. You can craft a stone. That means from the power is, they say that's why they call the power witchcraft. When some people are witches that they does not even know the use of the power. When you go and consult, if I can say you are a witch, and being a witch, you are being exposed to a lot of attack. You do not even know. So you are the one that you craft the power. So this is the concept now. That witchcraft means no witches is bound to be good or bad. It is you that it is your own mind that will cause whatsoever you be. Please, if you are hearing me well, let me know. If you are not hearing me well, let me know so that you can make some adjustment. Are you there? Lashanta? No.
Yes.
Okay, Mahmoud speaker. So that good. So the word crafting there is that it is your mind. I will still go there about what people believe about the witches. You get it? But I want to bring the concept of that witches first. I will still go there. When someone says someone is a witch, because you are a witch, you are bad. No, no, no. The word crafting. Can anybody open? Let me check the dictionary and see the meaning of crafting. Or if natural, if can help us check it and post it below. So, according to the dictionary, when the last time I checked means a gradual process of forming something. You get it? From nothing. When you take a stone to form an image, or you take this, so that is crafting. It's a gradual process of forming, reshaping. You get it? So, which is in the olden days, even in the Bible, go there, they are called the seer. They are in the Bible. They are a form of religion. And when you read much about Shakespeare's novel, go to Macbeth, you know about the theory which is there, but they may call them the seer. Go about this movie, the King Oedipus, that we have the Yoruba fashion, and the gods are not to blame. The blame fashion is King Oedipus. By, I think, Sophocles, yeah, King Oedipus. Remember? The witches, it was the witches that says this son will kill his father and marry his mother. And then because they don't want this thing to come to pass, they now said the child should be go and killed. But the people that took the child now saw the shepherd. They said, instead of killing this child, let us give the child to the shepherd. And the destiny come to pass. It finally came to pass. And even the Yoruba fashion, we have the one translated by this late Olarotimi. The gods are not to blame. So you can see the another example of this. Okay, I've talked about the Macbeth. We've talked about Macbeth by Shakespeare. Okay, let me go to some film. You've seen this film, Merlin. If you have watched this film, Merlin, you see about Morgana. This guy, this actor named Merlin also. Morgana she's a witch, but she cannot even know how to articulate her witchcraft. So it was even Merlin that was helping Morgana, not knowing that this Morgana will be an enemy to him in future. No, the destiny of Morgana is to kill Arthur. If you have seen the movie Merlin, I wish some people believe that was how it was. Just this film was all about the from kingship to queen from England. I think it was the era of how England turned from kingship to queen. You get it? We have a lot of examples about the witches. You can see this movie too. Odese. Know that the witches told Odese that nobody fight Troy and come back alive. You get it? There are a lot of things. So witches has been a religion. An example in the Bible was when King Saul went to the seer to call on the corpse of on the spirit of Samuel. And to my surprise, Samuel did not insult the seer that called upon him. So he said, in that face, so I said, why are you disturbing me? And Saul said, he want to go to war. And before that time, Saul, the woman, have told Saul to swear by his sword. You get that? It was even Saul that dragged them away. Do you remember how Saul became the king when he lost he lost his father's sheep? He was looking for his father's sheep. And then they came back, and the New Testament, they now requested for the head of the John the Baptist. Do you remember Herod and the Herod killed his Herod married his brother's wife, and then the John the Baptist went to confront him that what you did was bad and throw him into the prison. And then the wife, the daughter of the wife, which Bible recorded as witch, was dancing, and Herod said, whatever you want, I will give to you. And then this lady went to meet his mother. Her mother said, tell the king to give you the head of the John the Baptist. And so in the Old Testament, it was Saul that chased them away, because there was a time was the prophet and the seer. Before Saul was the first king, but we are not going to the Bible. Let's leave that. So that is the concept. Witches has been a religion. The Romans, during the time of the Roman Empire, you can know much about the witches, but witches has always been a threat to Christianity. And when the Roman Empire, during the time of the Roman Empire, then they declare a war against the witches. Another name for them is the seer. So the witches goes beyond Yoruba land. And if somebody is now telling Yoruba land that there's Aje Dudu, there's Aje Pupa, there's Aje Fufu, that person is crazy. Hear me well. Let me repeat that. If anybody is telling you that, I can see someone that have said it in the fact that they are talking about the witches. Was it not Otura Bara? Yes. He told me about the woman. See that concept. This is our wrong interpretation of the word that a lady joined the witches and they are killing their children. So anytime they give him meat, which means children, he will keep his own. And by the time they ask him to bring his own son or daughter, he now rejected that he's not bringing his children or any of his children or his child to. And then when they requested for their meat, he now gave them the meat that he has to keep it. That is a lie. You the meat, right? Why do you take the meat when you know you are not going to give yours? This is a concept that is need to be verified. Cannot just be saying shit and you think because you say you are is from Odifa. That's why I told the Barasin no. You now say then Omila now go there and say those ones that want to be killing their children, they should stay here. And those ones from the Ajepupa. Those ones that don't want to kill their children, they are tired of killing their children, they stay here. Those ones from the Ajefufu. And some are saying they don't want to kill their children, but they want to be powerful. So those that can kill other people's children, kill their children. Those one forms the Ajedudu. So that is not true. But when you are considering the aspect of Awon Agba, there's something we call Awon Agba. This is like a feather. Awon Iyami, that is the power Awon Iyami can give to you. People use it in any way. Some people put it on elbow. Some people do swallow it. You can use it in any way, but let me tell you the secret behind it. They have three colors. We have the white, we have the red, and we have the black. I'm still coming to Awon Iyami. We are still talking about Aje. So we are talking about agenda. So I cannot talk much about the witches. Get me right. I've said according to the dictionary, except if there's another dictionary that says there's a group of men or there's any man as a member of the witches, then I can say witches again. But check the dictionary and compare it with what we have as Aje Yoruba land. Definitely, they are wrong. And one does not correlate. Why are we going to admit that they are the same? If someone says Nigeria is in Kano, and someone says, if someone says Nigeria is in North Africa, and someone says Nigeria is in West Africa, cannot say because both have Africa and say they are both right. No. We all know Nigeria is in West Africa. The person that says Nigeria is in North Africa failed. So that's what we're saying. So, according to the concept of agenda, so Awon Iyami Aje, I'm trying to evoke them because they cannot be brought to the public. I must make sure I appease them and praise them for what we want to say. We want to redeem their look. Aje, àṣebáyé lónìí o. Àwọn ò ṣara yín, ṣùgbọ́n àwa ní òye gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìmọ̀. Níbi tá a bá sọ lónìí mọ́jọ òun wá báyìí o. Àwa gbé yín síta. Ẹ̀yin àjẹ́, a gbé yín síta gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe sọ fún wa. Ẹ̀mọ́jọ òun wá báyìí. Gbogbo etí tó bá ń gbọ́ àmọ́jọ òun jì. Ẹ̀ tó wá sọ pé bá a ṣe wá sọ ẹ̀ ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wá fẹ́ máa tafà sí wa. Àwọn tọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ bá gbára ẹ̀ lọ́fín náà ó dọ̀ kó fọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ ṣíra ẹni. Àwọn òun ṣe àṣẹgbé àjẹ́ àṣì ń bẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ìmọ̀ táwa ní làwa ń sùn. So now, when it comes to aṣọ àwọn àgbà is aṣọ àwọn ìyá mi. It's like a feather, but it's not a feather, and they have 3 colors. And this is how it goes. The feather, the red feather of the parrot. I don't know if Odidere, if I still get it right, if Odidere is parrot in Yoruba. The feather, the tail of a parrot, that red one, is called Ikode. Once you use it to touch this aṣọ àwọn àgbà, it's going to stick on that parrot feather, the tail of the parrot called Ikode, like a magnet. It will never fall. That means you are sure that it is aṣọ àwọn àgbà. So they have 3 colors. And they do disappear. How can you hold them down? There's one alligator pepper called Atari Aja. So you have to put the Atari Aja, not the whole bunch. You have to make sure you remove the cover and then you put the pieces inside. Then you let them stay. The reason is that, just like Osun, that is the reason why we say Osun egg Awon Iyami Aje. If 2 pedals can produce, pedals is Osun, Ota Osun, I don't want to say stone, can produce. Can you see the mystery there? 2 pedals can produce, they can reproduce and have offspring. Then the same to Aṣọ àwọn àgbà. The pedals have male and female. Same to Aṣọ àwọn àgbà. So when you keep the 2 together, you can see they start producing from 2 to plenty. Whether white, whether red, whether black, they keep, if you can have the 2. And we even have that knowledge that if the Aṣọ àgbà given to you is pregnant, you know with the knowledge of Yoruba Kabbalah. I'm not talking about another Ifa, but with this Yoruba Kabbalah, you surely know. And if a pedals of Osun is still active, you know with the knowledge of Yoruba Kabbalah. If the pedal is still active, you know. And if it's not active, you know. If it's dead, you know. If it's male, you know. If it's female, you know. I think we've done that lecture before. So this Aṣọ àwọn àgbà, let's talk about the energy about it. The energy, no, Michael ní òfẹ́ kí ní ò jẹrà mọ́ ni. Ṣé ó ti jẹrà ni? So, about this Aṣọ àwọn àgbà, if you want to know the power behind it, Then take the white with the black. That black will kill the white. How will the black Ashwagba kill the white? That white Ashwagba will, that black Ashwagba will now turn the white to black. Then we now says the black Ashwagba have killed the white. Yeah, but let's try to do this one. Take the black with the red. The black will kill the red. Then we now say the black Ashwagba have killed the red. So when you now take the white and the red will change the white to red. So when you now put the three together, the white, the red, and the black, automatically the whole three will become black, which means the black is the most powerful in the Ashwagandha. It's the most powerful. Maybe people now focus on the Ashwagandha, the energy on the Ashwagandha. They are now transferring to the witches and say there's white witch, there's red witch, there's black witch. But today, I can categorically tell you that nothing like white witch, red witch, and black witches is witches. Witches are witches. Witch is witch. Aje Yoruba is Aje. That is the concept. And let's now take that color as an example. The reason why they say there's white witch, there is black witch, and there's red witch, and see how they categorize their power, their operations. They say the white witch is the most, is the best one. It does not do evil, the white witch. And when the Yoruba will tell you, they will say you cannot find the white witch here in Yoruba land. That the white witch are the Oyibos, the foreigners, because they are good. They invented the aeroplane, forgetting that it was even the black that invented the aeroplane, the white brothers. Yes, the white brothers. They say, oh, it is the white because they invented the car, they are the better at the white witch. But when it comes to red and black witch, it is on this, our own land, the Yoruba land. They say the red can do good and do bad. So the red, because they can do, see the way they are being categorized. Because the white witch only do good, they are the weakest. They are weak in power because they don't have the power to attack people. They can only solve people's problems. So the red, they do good and bad. So because the red do good and bad, the red witch, so they are weak too. But only the black witch, they don't do good at all. They are only known for evil, so they are the strongest. Now let's look at it. Let's look at it in form of a race. We have the white race. You can see we have the red race, which are the red Indians. And we have the black race. Now, they are telling you they are the most wicked. And then on earth, they now believe it is in Yoruba land you can find the black witch. That only the Yoruba are the wicked. The blacks, not the Yoruba, let's say Africa. The black race are the one that they are the weakest. Not weak, wicked. They are the wicked. And they are the strongest in terms of power. Good. But with our research here and engaging with people who are witch, an example, I think people can hear me well. Go and read much of Teresa Washington's book about the witches. She will always acknowledge my late father, Dr. S.M. Ofeola, which is a proof that we know much about these witches. We are not talking abstract. We are not saying what we don't know. Go and read about Teresa Washington's book. I think her name is, she's from Benin Republic. I think her name is Oshufumi, if I still get the name right. Fumilayo, I think. But the name people know how it is terrestrial worshiping. And if you have a privilege to message her, say, who is Dr. S.M. Okweola? I'll get her book and check the back of the book if you do not see reference to Dr. or acknowledge to Dr. S.M. Okweola, which is the founder of the Yoruba Kabbalah. So I will not want to mention names because the way things are, so that I will not be saying, this person claims to be a witch, or is it true or not? No. But through our research and interaction, we are able to speak with a witch and say, this witch is a foreigner. She's a foreigner and say, ma, are you a witch? She say, yes. Okay, which type of witches group do you belong? Is it the white, red, or black? That will be the first time she's hearing that kind of things. That witch is a witch, nothing like group in the society. Okay, since you are hearing this for the first time, this is how it goes. We heard about the white witch. This is what the white witch are doing. We hear about the black witch. We hear about the red witch. She said, okay, are you asking about the Joshua Wagba? I said, no. We already know about the Joshua Wagba, that we have the white, red, and black. She said, okay, if that is, he said, if she said that is the case, she said that is the case, said that I should try to listen, that she will explain some things to us. Said these are just color, and they are trying to spoil the black race. That I should listen, and I should be careful, and I should think, is there anybody, does anybody have a black color of skin, like a black color of skin? No. Say it is dark or brown or chocolate. Nobody can be black. That's not like black race. They knew. This Western one knew about this color before they now say this is a black race. They did not look at the color of our skin. No. For nobody is black. It's not possible. It's either you are dark, you are chocolate, nobody's black. Nobody, the whole world. If you go to Ghana, the Ghana that they call themselves black stars of Ghana, are they black? They can only be dark. It now says, I should think for now. They say the whites which are good. They don't do evil. She said, okay. The red which they do evil and they do good and bad. She said, okay, but the black which only do bad. She said, okay, so let us now see it. Let's take the white witch. Let's admit there's something called the white witch that they say is the most, is the best. Okay, that is where I'm coming about the crafting. Let's say this is a white witch. Someone has been crafted into white witch. Now the person that has been crafted into this white witch is not a wicked person. Because the power deals with the soul, it does not deal with the body. So the body is wicked, the person is wicked. So let's now take wickedness as a color, which means the body is the color. And the body is wickedness as color, any color, let's say color yellow or any black or blue and anything. But the crafting, the witchcraft is white. It say better red or any color with white. What will you change? I say it's the white witch is so cool. So automatically, the so-called your white witch has become a wicked witch. God, the person has become, so definitely the white witch is not good. So let us take red. They will say do good and do bad. Now the body that the red witch has been crafted to. Let's take the body as blue or any color. Add it to red. That's for color you have to red, you get blue, you get yellow, you get green. So that automatically, that's your good and bad witch that you claim to be red witch have turned to be a wicked witch again. So let's now take black as a color. So this black as a color now, let's now take your body as a wicked color, the body as a color as being wicked, added to black. It said, can anything change black? Black will still maintain its color. That means this black, which they claim is the most wicked or the worst, has been the best, because when you add wickedness to black, it does not change the black. You add anything to the black, that means the black still maintain its own witchcraft, which is a witchcraft is just plain. It is the body that have the right to use it in any way. Let me go further. Like I tell you that witches, no, not witches, witchcraft is not bad. It is the witches that can be bad or not. But the witches is woman. The power is witchcraft. Someone that is wicked, that can sell assassin to kill people. Maybe the person, the woman is from a polygamous family. Some families still practice polygamy. And because of the wickedness, he can poison the child of the other wives and this and that. Let me now tell you, suddenly, she now has the power. Someone now craft her into witches society. What do you think that kind of person will use the power for? If I ask you that question, do you think the person will use the power for good things? No. This is an opportunity for the person to kill without even using stressing herself again, without going to the market to buy poison, without going to anywhere. You just call on any person, the mirror, or attack in dreams and everything. Is that the power that makes the person to be wicked? Or the person have wickedness in him, in the name of her already? Do you get the concept of crafting? Now I've got to the concept of crafting now. A craft is the witchcraft. When you check the dictionary, go and check it very well. You have a witch doctor. Those that are called witch doctor, are they negative? Is that a negative name? It's positive. Those that do things that other people must have failed, they call them witch doctor. Those that go extra, they call them extraordinary people. They think beyond other people. Things that other people have failed, when they call someone a witch doctor, you know it's a positive thing. That this one cannot do any kind of thing. Is that negative? We have witch liquid, or there's a lot of things about witches in the Bible that are positive. The only negative things in the Bible about the witches is witch hunts. That is what the witches use to attack people. I hope I'm communicating. Please, if there's any aspect you don't understand, you can. This is going to be an interactive class. You can just type it so I can read. And if it's a question that cannot be typed, just say you have a question, then you on your mic. Then we can listen to you and answer. Because of the time, so very soon, because Oluwawo Ajibola is there too. You get it. So the concept is like that. The crafting, I've just explained the method of the crafting. This is a power, just like a gun. Someone is giving a gun. Do you get it? The same gun someone is giving, okay, let's say different people are giving gun. Some people will use it to protect their house. Some people will go and use it to rob. Some people will use it to kidnap. Some people will use it against his own people. Kill his wife, kill his children. He sees the gun that is commanding them to say, go and use it to steal, go and use it to rob. Is it the gun that is saying that? It is the person handling the gun that is using the gun in any way. That is the fact. You cannot dispute. That is the simple truth. So witches are not bad, but in the Yoruba land now, let me say Aje. So because of the time, let me quickly going to the Awon Iyami. Then I head up in Wizard and Uzo, so that you can Oluwawo Adegboyega can put more light on these two. Because we want people to understand the concepts. Misconception about the witches are too much. You know, the first Sameji that they used to shout about that whenever you have for Sameji, even some Babalawo, whenever they define Osameji, those are not well trained. They will even believe there is nothing positive for Osameji. That is a lie. Good enough, we have Babalawos here, Nashanta, you and Yanifa. You can speak much about Osameji. The witches can be, Osameji can come positive or negative. So these are the witches are against people or attacking people. There's some people that the witches do help, that they are in support. That's why we hear some people say, Omo Aje Aye, Omo Aje Orun. Some people are even proud that their mother are witch. That their mother are witches. That my mother is a witch. Some people are even proud of it and say Ajeni Iyami. Some people are even proud of it and the Egan Thief Some people are even proud of it, say their mother is a witch. So the only issue that people does not understand, if you are not a member of the witches, you are not part of the society, how do you know how they operate? How do you know how they do? That has led to the killing, the attack of witches by some pastors. If someone goes to a church and say she has repented to be a witch, please, I want Aje, this Aje, they have the power to control your soul, to influence your decision. Who have never been a member of a Aje, they can turn the person's brain and the person should be saying rubbish. And people will think it's Aje. And they'll be stealing the person. That's why my father will say, Ojeni, ancestor, whenever they are stoning the witches, don't go there, or they are stoning Aje. Say, most people that are being stolen, they may know nothing about it. And good enough, when you go to law court and you say you stole a witch, you never forget that, but they will sentence you to death. How come it is not in our law that if there's someone that is a witch and confesses to any crime that I want to stone the person to death, no case. No way. Because I've seen situation whereby they can influence that person's mind to say rubbish. Okay. Someone that has been arrested by Nigerian police, not American police, not Ghanaian police, Nigerian police, and is being tortured. He can say he was part of the people that killed Awolowo. He was not even born when Awolowo was. By the time they torture him, he can say, no. I just left the sky. You are even the people that are killing people. You get this witch, this Awon Aje, this Aje of the witches have the power. Make someone act in a way he or she doesn't want. That is what we call power. Power is when you force someone to act in a way he or she does not want to act. So don't just see anybody throwing stone at someone and someone say, you see someone fell from the sky and say it's a witch, or you see one bed. Not only the witches, we've said it in our previous lecture. You know, we talk about the terrestrial one, and the astral one. People have means of traveling to the realm. For those that cannot train their body to go, they can talk to anything. We have Ireku. In the Odufai Ireku, it's one about not forcing yourself to marry a woman. We said it several times. In this Ifa, there is this altar. So Egbe and decided to marry Egbe. And this Egbe used to eat deer, Igala. he will saw the blood of that deer. And this altar will always bring deer. Anytime, anytime it does not bring the deer, then the altar will not be at peace. For people that know that. Then one day, the altar could not see deer. He could not keep deer in his hunting. He was about to get home. I was hearing the cry of his wife, Egni, because they have mixed. You know the time has passed for the. So the time has passed, and she know that she will already be crying, and there's no choice. You know what this? You know what this altar did? Because of the power the altar possesses, the altar turned to a lion and to a canoe, to a tiger. No, let's say Ekun turned to Ekun. We still talk about that. Ekun in Yoruba does not have the English of tiger. If you see the color, but let's see it as Ekun. Don't let me say the English. So when you go to Itakogun, I don't know for that. I say you want to buy a Ekun, they give you the skin of a leopard. And I fought them several times. I say, this is not tiger. They say, I should go and look for my own Ekun in the bush. And this is what they know to be Ekun. So then the guys of the hunter, so they now discover that it's getting late and their master is not back yet. So what they could do is that they should assist him and kill a deer for their master's. So in the process, they went to the bush. Already, as at that time, the hunter that turned to Ekun, I've already killed a deer. I put the deer in his mouth, going back to where he put his power so that I can turn to human being back, to the hunter back. I'm going to give it to his wife. Then the hunter the hunter's boys, the apprentice of the hunter, did not know it was the hunter that turned to that Ekun. But seeing the deer in the mouth of the Ekun, they shot the Ekun. Then they shot the Ekun, they removed the deer, and then the Ekun now turns to their master. And that Ekun now turned to their master. They got annoyed. And then went home to kill the hunter's wife. You get it? So people possesses a lot of power to turn to anything. So if someone now turns to a bed, that doesn't make that person weak. And if the person fall, there may be some circumstances that make the person to fall. That is the fact. So our Yami, let me now go to our Yami because I've said much about the Aje because once Uluawu Adegboyega take it from 4 to 5, we have shared it. So our Yami is the power. Awon Iyami is the power. And this is how Awon Iyami emerged. In Odufa Osameji, we said it, established Odu as a powerful woman that came with witchcraft, which is Owe, WOWLR, the bed was given to her. And the mask of Egungun in Osameji was given to him. And this was how crafty came into existence. And this is how, and I've said this several times. Immediately, Odu came back to the head because the male Orishas did not even recognize Odu. They showed no respect. And being a woman, she thought she was weak and she went back to Olodumare to complain. Olodumare did not give her any power. That Ogun was giving the power of light, this and that, or the power to eat, and this and that. Then Omina said, don't worry. I will put the male under the female. I said, when you get to the earth, you control them. I know you came back very powerful. Establish the Igbale Gugu. And till tomorrow, it is together that Awon Iyami is the owner of Egungun. This is how Awon Iyami came into existence. So we are giving this. So the first animal after that, the Owiwi, the first animal on earth to be crafted was the cat. That's why you can see the eyes of the cat and that bird, that ham, that owl. And after that one, because that bird, the owl rules the night, and the cat also rules the night. That is why this Odufa in Awon Iyami Aje says, ọ̀pá ńlá ló ń gbá gbogbo dẹ lẹ́nu, òjò ńlá ló ń ṣe ẹ̀gbẹ́ ògiri bẹ̀tẹ̀bẹ̀tẹ̀. Ọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ náà kọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀ sí. Ó ní kẹ́ni má ṣe sún pàkẹ́pàkẹ́ lọ́ra. Àwọn àyà mi náà di ológbò dúdú èsè. Bọ̀lọ̀ ni a máa lọ, bọ̀lọ̀ ni a máa bọ̀. Ìran ológbò ìkúkú èsè, ọ̀pá ńlá ló ń gbá gbogbo dẹ lẹ́nu, òjò ńlá ní ṣẹ̀gbẹ́ ògiri bẹ̀tẹ̀bẹ̀tẹ̀. Ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ̀tẹ̀ náà kọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀ sí. Ó ní kẹ́ni má ṣe sún pàkẹ́pàkẹ́ lára. Àwọn ọ̀yà mi ní dológbò dúdú èsè, gọ̀lọ̀ ní máa lọ, bọ̀lọ̀ ní máa bọ̀. Ìran ológbò ìkúkú èsè. So that was the cat. You get it? That was the cat. So after the cat, another bird was konokono. I don't know the English name of konokono. The eagle have never been crafted by Awon Iyami. Anybody that says the eagle, it is the Ogboni that see the eagle, because the eagles have no power than that. He flies high, he goes beyond the range. That is the only bird you can see when you fly in the plane. When other birds are looking for habitat during rain, the eagles fly above the rain. So the Ogboni sees the eagle as they can see that they are connected, that they look, they are above. So not that the eagles have any significance in Yoruba tradition, except some Akoshiva that they say Asha Oke Bale Kustowo, they use the nail of the eagle. But burning the eagle, using the eagle for any work, I've not come across it. But the nails for someone that have been facing promise and fail, or you are backing on something that has already you have been failing on. So now the owl, the cat, the konokono, this is how it is. That bird, konokono, I don't know the English name, rules the day. And they say, konokono loloso. If wherever this bird flies, there are some things about this bird. It does not lay egg. It just goes to any other, it chases the bird away, stay on that bird egg and leave. And when that bird wants to hatch its egg, it's going to hatch that konokono. That's number one. 2, it feeds on meat, just like a carnivorous animal. It does not eat, it feeds on blood, like it eats all these dead meat, even fresh one. And sometimes it takes this too. This there's some big insect like this, not even insect, like this mini pig. They have a name always in the palm tree, and so feed on meat too. Does not eat gray or corn like other birds. Just like the eagle, we feed on meat too. That is another thing is that if this bird uses saliva to touch a meat and not drop the meat. If any bird or anybody steps on that meat, the person is going to have leprosy. Like the echo now, if there is no meat, it's going to pee around like a circle, and whichever animal enter will not come out until that echo come and kill that animal. So the owl rules the night, no bird flies the night. Even the bat that flies the night will have gone before the owl will come out. That is crafting. So Odu was able to craft those animals for our own use to rule the earth. Then comes Oseoyoku Igbadu, which now established the Odu court. Odu says, Odu, Orunmila, Obatala, Obaluaye, Odudua. No, Odu, Orunmila was not there. Odu, Obatala, Obaluaye, Odudua. Those four, Ogun. Those are 4 neighbors, male and 1 female. And that is why it is 4 people. When you want to display Odu, but don't worry, we will not talk about it. For 4 we shall make Odu. It's 4 we shall make Odu. He said, my neighbors, let us make an aquarium. Let me show you an aquarium. This is how aquarium looks like. So if you have seen a real Odu before, let me show you. Let me turn the camera. This is aquarium. See that? This is aquarium. And this is how they do it. They say, let us make an aquarium. Fancy aquarium. That is what aquarium looks like. And this is how they do Odu. If you have seen Odu. That's why they say there is 2 Odu. There's Igbadu. The Igbadu is the one inside the Igbadu, but let me deceive you. Even the Igbadu is the one that they put in that aquarium. That looks like a cylinder. Then let us make an aquarium. And whosoever sits on the aquarium will be the leader. And Odu was the only person that sat on that aquarium. Then the other shall contribute. That is for Seyoku, which is that established after that Oshu was established in the Oseo Torah. The same story, but different ways. So some people say Oshu is Odu. No, Odu possesses more power than Oshu. That was how Odu established the Odu court, which means Awon Iyami. And now say this Awon Iyami, that I will rule the world. But she sat on that way. And she was able to rule the world. And this Odufa said it is the kind of the bat that made them throw stone at the bat. We are not going there. That if a revelation was performed for Odu, on the day she was going to sit on the aquarium. We are not going there today. So then, this is the concept of Awon Iyami. Awon Iyami is an Orisha. The witches possesses power from Awon Iyami. Someone can kill a witch, but nobody can kill Awon Iyami. Awon Iyami is an Orisha. So this is the energy of Awon Iyami. Any woman that's able to reproduce, or maybe you do not reproduce, but you have the power to protect people. If it's just ordinary prayer, if it's the because Odu let us know that every woman have Ashe in their tongue. That's why you see women praying for their children. How come that when some Babala want to attack, they have for your mother's sake, not for your father's sake. They know that cord, that connection is strong. So even if you are able, you give birth to 3 children and you are looking for ways for the 3 children to be great, you are a member of Awon Iyami, which some people can consider to be Abiyamo, like a good mother. So the power goes level by level. From that, having a children, for you to be able to have a children, you are part of Iyami. It goes from level by level. From there, you possess some power. We've designed the chart before. From that, every woman has the power. You can pray, you can curse. If a mother curses child, it's going to be effective now. See Jabez, as what they call it in the Bible. He was not born as a forbidden child, a bad child. It was the mother that said because he born the child in agony that is not happy with the birth and named Jabez that is the child of sorrow. Automatically, Jabez becomes the child of sorrow until Jabez pray. Because that connect, if your mother pray for you, it's going to be effective. If your mother calls you, so that is the stage by stage. So now, Oshu comes in as the Abiyama, as the mother. Anyone that is looking for his child progress, your child is sick, you are able to cure your child, whether I take it to the hospital, you send your child to school, you do not have the money, you sew your clothes, these are the aspects of Oshu. You want your child to be great. You did not commit abortion. These are Oshu aspects. You are looking for the progress of other people's children. These are Oshu's aspects. You get it? But another aspect is now the witches. Some people possesses the highest level of power. So okay, let's take extra. Okay, so as I've said, then I went it up there because of the time. Awon Iyami Odu on top, establish Awon Iyami. That's Odu 1, Awon Iyami 2. Oshu as Iyalo the number 6, it's true Oshu every man sees. Odu is extraordinary. Awon Iyami is the cause she left on earth. Nobody can access that power until Oshu came in the Torah, where Oshu have the factor of fertility to reproduce, to give birth. Then any woman after the Oshu, there is not Y, there is dimension. Any woman on earth that is looking for the progress of the children or anybody's children or looking for the progress of the head or how the world will be better. The other one is the witches. So about the Osho are a group of males in Yoruba land. They are good and bad, but the most of them are wicked. They are bad. They attack are even more than the witches. And they always make a commitment that their attack is just like a mixer. You know, they launch it. If you are powerful, it keep following you. But you are weak, their own attack will always catch you. And they are almost fine in churches. This also, you may not cause, they are members of some other groups. They hide. I don't want to mention the names. They hide. They look innocent, but they are wicked. Those are the Osho. But the wizard, so it's not a topic we discuss all today, but the wizard, they say they do good always. So I'm not a member of the wizard. I'm not a member of the wizard, but also in Nigeria, they are opposite of the witches. They do attack the witches too. If the witches attack you, and you know Osho normally deal with the witches in Nigeria. They are more powerful than the witches. They do good and do bad, but most of them do bad. And most of them can be found in Ogboni court. I don't want to mention a lot of projects, but they possess some power, so they see themselves as God on earth. So let me give it to Oluwawadeboyega to So,
Okay, thank you so much, the viewers. About what we have been discussing. Arabojeni have said a lot. I think you understand me. But we need to add one or two things to it. About the Aje that the other language people call witches, the wizard. I mean the Osho that other language people call the wizard, and the Awon Iyami, the mother of the heart. Let me start with the mother of the heart, Awon Iyami. The mother of the heart, Awon Iyami, they are not human beings like us. They are Orisha. They give power. They have the authority to give power to the people. So they are in position to monitor whatever the power the human being has on earth. Awon Iyami, there are Odu, in fact, that established them, so like Osameji talk about Awon Iyami, so that we know that they are Orisha. So then the Ifa says that when Olodumare created the heart, he handed over everything about heart onto Awon Iyami. Automatically, whatever is happening on heart, so we cannot overrule Awon Iyami. They know everything about what is happening on earth. What is happening today and what is going to happen tomorrow is in the hand of Awon Iyami. The Awon Iyami, as you see them, they cannot. So they do what is they do the certain thing that people even don't even think about, because they are always watching over us. So they are expecting from us to ask for whatever we need, so that they are in position to help us. But the issue of our Aje, when we say Aje, that the other language people in the world call witches, the Aje, this Aje, so we can say Aje, they are the police. We can call them police to Awon Iyami. So they are the people that Awon Iyami is using. Maybe if anybody offend or you do something contrary, Awon Iyami will use Aje to punish a person. Because if you look at the Odu, Ogbe, Iyonu, so when Awon Iyami is giving, yes, when Awon Iyami is doing warning to the people on the heart, that if you do this, if you do this, if you do this, you will face the wrath of the witches. So this one let us know that Aje, that the other people in the world call witches, they are the instrument, they are the police that Awon Iyami is using to check us. They are the watchdog. They are the watchdog. The witches, they are the watchdog over other human beings. Whatever you do that is bad, Awon Iyami will order them to punish you. So that is why you say that old Ifa Obeyono says that if you are not an initiate, don't ever fetch herbs. But Michael, if you do that, Awon Iyami will order the witches to punish you, because you are not entitled to fetch herbs, because you are not an initiate. You are not entitled, to handle the spiritual work, because you are not an initiate. So Awon Iyami will order the witches to punish such person. Awon Iyami also want that if you fetch, if you harvest your crops, maybe you are a farmer or you have a business that is profitable. If you harvest your crops and you don't share that crops to the people because our Yami is expecting you when you plant your crops and then you harvest it, you see a lot of you see I mean the crops that you plant, you see it. So our Yami is expecting you to share that crops with other people because it's not meant for you only. It's the blessing that that you get from our Yami that make your the crop you planted grow and yielding. So our Yami is expecting you, to share that crops to other people. But if you keep all to yourself, so you will offend the witches around. Our Yami will use the witches around to punish you because the selfishness, because of your greediness, selfishness, our Yami do hate such things. They don't want people to be greedy or to be selfish. That is why they say that will be righteous. If you cut your crops and you keep all to yourself, you will offend the witches. So sorry, viewers, as I was saying, so due to network problem, as I was saying, Awon Iyami. So I want to to summarize the things. Awon Iyami and the witches. So the witches, they are human beings like you and I. Awon Iyami, they are Orisha. But the power that the witches is using is through Awon Iyami. So as I was saying, the witches, there is purpose established, Aje, that other language people knows as witches. I think you understand me. So they serve as police. They are the watchdog over other human beings on earth. So most especially if you do bad things that is contrary to the rule and regulation, they laid down by Awon Iyami. Because Awon Iyami so love the world, so love us that they want peace among us. They want us to help each other. If you have something, if you see that the other people don't have, you have to share with them. That is why I bring that Oju, Ifa, Ogbe, Tiyono. We had Awon Iyami do warning that if you do certain things that is bad, that you know that it will affect other human beings will be punished. That is why I say that that Yoruba says, if you plant your crops, okay, if you are not an, they start from where if you are not an initiate, don't fetch herbs, don't do spiritual job because you are not an initiate. If you do that, you will face the wrath of the witches. Not the witches will punish you around, but our Yami will order the witches to punish you because you are not entitled to fetch the herbs. You are not entitled to do, the spiritual job. I think understand me. Then our Yami also do what is that if you, assuming you are a farmer, you plant you plant your crops, and the crops that you planted is yielding. So it's yielding. If you harvest your crops, try to share it with other people. Don't keep all to yourself. Don't keep all to yourself because it's the blessing from somewhere that you don't even know. Awon Iyami is here on, so it's here. They are somewhere that monitoring the heart to make, the heart a better place for us to live. So they may pay for someone so that the someone that they for. So what the Awon Iyami is expecting from such person is to share such blessing to other people. I think understand me. But many of our people today, they will just see that as an opportunity, or maybe their own brain, or their own, their skill, maybe their own skill, or their knowledge, their knowledge made them achieve all those things. No, it's a blessing somewhere that nobody knows, but that I will have the belief that it's through Awon Iyami, because Awon Iyami is they are the person that Olodumare handed over this art onto. So all what is happening on art is through Awon Iyami. So that is why Awon Iyami do that one, that if you harvest your crop, try to share it to other people. But if you don't share the crop to other people, you will be punished. Awon Iyami will use, the already established Aje group to punish you. And if you go buy things in the market and you keep all to yourself, maybe you are a rich person in one environment, and you have many people very, very poor in that environment, Awon Iyami it's a blessing from somewhere that you don't know, that we have the belief is from Awon Iyami. Because you are not the only person in that environment, you are not the only person in that home, you are not the only person in that community. I think understand, but Awon Iyami blessed you. What they are expecting from you, they are expecting you to share what they give, what they give to you. They are expecting you to share with other people. That is why Awon Iyami do worry that if you go to market to buy things in the market, maybe for example now you have capacity to buy a bag of rice, a bag of beans, everything you buy at the market is in bag. So then there are many people in that community, in the environment, that they could not avoid to buy a tin of rice, the tin of rice, the tin of rice, a tin of beans. Awon Iyami is expecting you to share something that you have. They are expecting you to share it with other people around you. But if you keep all to yourself, you'll be punished. You will face the wrath of the witches around. Awon Iyami will order witches around to punish you. I think you understand me. So that's those the warning. So Awon Iyami, the power that the witches use on earth. So uh, Awon Iyami give that power to the witches. Then the witches, as Alabodeli has said, is crafting. It's crafting. Someone may become a witch, so she may not know that she's a witch. Maybe you have a mother that is witch. Maybe the mother loves you. That mother so loves you, and she has every trust in you. That whenever she pass on, so she will start crafting you that you may not know. So you just see that you're doing something that is different from other people. So then you will become witch. So somebody can become witch by from someone that you don't even know. Maybe the love the such person have for you, that is the trust that such person that is witch have in you. I can understand me. Then there is a group of witches around that people join. They initiate people into witch as well. Because when we say witch, Aje is human being like you and I. So then the power, because people see Aje as wicked, they are not wicked. So as I earlier said, they are they are watchdog over other human beings. Awon Iyami knows about their operation. They give power to them. They give that power to them. So they are the police that Awon Iyami is using on earth. They are the police. So whatever you do bad, Awon Iyami will order witches around to punish you. Awon Iyami will order such, the witches around you to punish you. But today, I don't know what is happening. So many people are complaining about witches, that they see that witches, they are doing bad, they are doing bad. Maybe there is a misuse of power somewhere, I don't know. I cannot talk about that. Being a spiritualist, I cannot talk about that. Maybe some people are misusing that power, I don't know. But people are complaining here and there that they are the Aje in our environment, Aje in our community. They are wicked, they are punishing people anyhow. They are doing bad. I don't know about that. Then I cannot talk about that. Being a spiritualist, I'm a Babalawo. I can understand it, but the purpose of their existence, the power given to people on earth as Aje, that other country people knows as witches. So, it's for a purpose. They are the police, as I earlier said. They are the watchdog, over other human beings that is doing bad on the heart. So that is why I bring that to the fact that is the way that Awon Iyami, they do warning in the Odwifa Ogbe Iyono. So that is all what I will, the little I will say. But then people can, so Aje can, if the Aje will die, because it's a human being like you and I. But Awon Iyami can never die. They are Orisha. They are working at the astral world. They are in the astral world, astral realm, astral world. They are working. So they are not
Greetings, Ola. Robert let me know that the connection is unstable. Their data's been interrupted. So we're gonna close the Zoom now. And then I will, the recording will be available sometime later this evening. Oh, well, late evening for us. It's be later in the night for you guys.